business. White collar with us. Pretty sure Collins hasn't had his breakfast yet.
My time, huh?
That's why you need me.
Go! Over here!
The story begins deep within the jungles of Southeast Asia, where mercenaries Pu and Long Fei embark on a perilous mission led by the mysterious Devo. Presented as a noble operation to rescue political prisoners, the mission's true goal is far darker: to free Collins, a ruthless terrorist with a violent past. Upon reaching a remote village, the team unleashes a brutal assault, leaving devastation in their wake. Innocent lives are lost, including the wife of Jaka, a local resistance fighter caught in the crossfire. Enraged, Jaka clashes briefly with Pu before a sudden explosion knocks him unconscious, in a cruel betrayal. Devo and his men abandon Pu and Long Fei, leaving them for dead as they escape with Collins. When Jaka awakens, he's met with the horrifying ruins of his village and the unbearable loss of his wife. Overcome with grief and vengeance, he swears to hunt down those responsible. Meanwhile, Pu and Long Fei survive the ambush and begin rescuing any survivors trapped in the wreckage before fleeing the burning village. Their path leads them to the bustling city of Mahajaya, where they fight in underground rings to earn money and rebuild their lives. However, their past soon catches up with them. Jaka, consumed by revenge, tracks them down. After a ferocious battle, Long Fei defeats him, but in the aftermath, both men realize they've been deceived by the same enemy, Collins. Bound by shared loss and betrayal, they reluctantly join forces to take him down. Their fragile alliance doesn't last long. The next morning, police storm in and arrest them under suspicious circumstances. Around the same time, Tian Xiao Shun, a wealthy philanthropist intent on using her fortune to fight crime in Mahajaya, arrives in the city. Her mission threatens the empire of local crime lord Su Fong, who hires Collins and his crew to assassinate her. After a failed ambush, Shun seeks shelter in a nearby police station. Due to a language barrier, Long Fei is brought in as a translator. Just as tensions rise, Collins' men launch a deadly assault on the station, triggering a chaotic gunfight. Pu and Jaka leap into action, battling side by side against the mercenaries. In a shocking twist, Jaka reveals that he was the one who orchestrated Pu and Long Fei's arrest, not out of malice, but to lure Collins into the open. Pretending to ally himself with Collins, Jaka secretly feeds him false intel. Meanwhile, Pu contacts Collins to negotiate a supposed deal for their freedom. Collins agrees, but secretly plans an ambush. Anticipating the trap, Pu and Long Fei arm themselves with weapons from an old ally and head to the rendezvous point. There, Collins' men lie in wait, snipers ready. But the mercenaries are outsmarted. Pu and Long Fei strike first, eliminating the snipers and igniting an all-out war as chaos erupts. Long Fei takes on Joey. Jaka faces Devo in a bitter fight fueled by vengeance. And Pu goes head-to-head with Collins himself. "You left me for dead," Pu growls. "You should have stayed in the pits." Collins sneers, before their brutal clash reaches its bloody climax. Despite being outnumbered, the trio fights with unrelenting resolve. Shun, cornered but courageous, takes out Joey when he resurfaces, ensuring their survival. As the smoke clears and the gunfire fades, Collins lies defeated. Shun is escorted to safety, and Su Fong is finally brought to justice, her criminal empire dismantled by the authorities. Mahajaya, once drowning in corruption, begins to see a glimmer of hope. The city breathes again, but at a heavy cost. In the aftermath, Pu, Long Fei, and Jaka reflect on their journey. Once enemies, they now stand as brothers forged by blood and loss. Though their paths are uncertain, they share an unspoken understanding that redemption often comes through sacrifice. As dawn breaks over the battered city, the three walk separate ways, knowing the war may be over, but the scars will never fade. Their story becomes a legend whispered through the streets of Mahajaya, a story of vengeance, loyalty, and the fight to reclaim one's humanity.